Okay, in this video I'm going to show a relationship building skill, and there's only four type of people that God has created, or four different type of characteristics that God has created, and I believe Jesus Christ has all four characteristics, but he doesn't have the negative side of the characteristic. He's in complete all four, and he plays a very good role in each characteristic. Now, these four type of people, I name them. Number one, the CEO type of person. Number two, an entertainer. Number three, like a CPA. And number four, more like a philanthropist, like someone that likes to help people through a charity. Now let's talk about the CEO. The CEO type of person, they always want to be in control. They want to be the number one. They are very competitive and like to dress in black, loves to make money, and love to be a leader. And they are very motivated by making money and fame. Okay, so you could probably identify yourself if I have mentioned those characteristics, and if you belong to this CEO type of person. Now, the entertainer type person, they are usually very loud, and you can see that from their childhood. They usually speak loud, and they're wild. They love rock and roll music. They love being around people, like the Latin American type. They love to hug. They love to have parties. They can be perceived as a child that never grow up. Okay. And because of their wild nature, sometimes very often they are misunderstood, and people thought they're hyper active. And normally, a lot of kids who are on the ADD medicine or drug, usually they're the entertainer type of person. And the teacher just don't have an idea of how to handle kids like that, and they are very motivated by fun. So if you have a kid like that in your class, if you're a teacher, just remember they are very motivated by fun, and fun is the key. Fun is also the key to make them cooperate with you. If cooperating with you, it's fun, they'll do that. If writing the homework, it's fun, they'll do that. So just remember they are very motivated by fun. The CPA type of person, this is a person that loves detail. They are very detail oriented. If you give them a task, they can finish it with detail, or they can give you advice based on the little detail thing they have seen. And they follow directions and routine like soldiers. They don't like people to mess up their schedule. Okay, and they are very motivated by efficiency. If you can give them an idea on how to make things easier, faster, they are very motivated by that. Philanthropy type of person, a philanthropist. This type of person is a good helper, likes to help. He has a good amount of sympathy over others, over the world. Love doing charity, love to recycle. Okay, if that's you. And they dress comfortably. They like, it's like the 70s, the hippies in the 70s. You see how they dress, and they are just very motivated by helping people. Now, all this, they have good and bad side effect, whichever category that you belong to. Now, you would also find that you may be cross these two, or like you are more than like these two or these two, and sometimes people have all three but lacking one, and but whichever way, you are more than likely to be stronger on one of them. Okay, you can identify yourself with. I'm the type of person like a CEO and philanthropist and CP. I have all three, but philanthropist is stronger for me. Yeah. The CEO, they are they can be easily motivated by money and fame. So that's also their strength and their weakness. They can be a very good leader, but sometimes they overwork themselves. They are sometimes workaholic, and because they are motivated by money and fame, it's also very easy to be controlled. Okay, so remember, if you're a CEO type of person, remember this is your weakness. Entertainer, because they are motivated by fun and they are never organized. CPA type of person would hate this guy, okay? And their room is always messy. The negative side effect of this type of person, negative side of this person, is that they never thought planning is important, so they never plan. They just let things go by. But the entertainer type of person is also very influential, but they can influence you either to a good way or a bad way. So remember, this is the gift that God has given you, but you need to work with others to fill in the details, to make things work. CPA type of person, motivated by efficiency, but sometimes they're just very boring to be around, okay? They are good with numbers, good with routine, but just, sometimes they just lack of the sense of humor because all their mind. Can you imagine a CPA or a computer programmer? But this is the type of person that they are, okay? Philanthropist, because it's their nature to give and they love to give, but sometimes they don't know where the boundary is. They give too much and they end up hurting themselves. People taking advantage of them. So that type of person. And it's also interesting that usually you'll find the opposite attract. Usually when you find a husband and wife, usually this type of person, CEO, marries a philanthropist. And the CPA type of person marries an entertainer type of person. And opposite attract. They have a characteristic that attract each other. But sometimes that's also without a good understanding of each other and knowing how they should work with each other to run a family. Sometimes instead there's a lot of conflict being going on. As you can see, if this entertainer is loud all the time and want to have fun all the time, the CPA type of person would perceive it as naive and childish, and not someone that's very controllable. But remember, because of his fun and loving part of his characteristic, that's what attracted you, the CPA type of person, in the first place. And the CEO type of person, they need someone to help them relax, help them to, they see someone that's able to relax and take it easy. So that's what attract them in the first place. The philanthropist type of people is very attracting to the CEO type of person. But after they got married and after a while, they feel maybe this guy is too kicking off. He's too much. Kicking back. He just doesn't care if the sky falls off the sky. The sky falls off. But this person would perceive the CEO type of person. Why are you always so rigid? Why are you always so nervous? Or why do you always have to be on top of something, on top of the plan? It gives a lot of pressure. Just gotta realize why God designed these 4 different type of people is because when you form a family and you have kids, if both parents are the same type of person, your kid is not going to be healthy. The kid is not going to find a balance of seeing 2 type of character working together and how they interact with each other. So this is basically the 4 type of people. And you need to learn, you kind of need to understand them and why God created them, and just work with them, work with each other. I know in a 10-minute video I cannot give you all the details of how they interact with each other, but just in case you want to know more and you have trouble with relationship building, either with your spouse or your kids or your friend, you can always just give me a call and contact me or email me through Facebook. Hope God bless you. Okay.